everybody. All right. So we've got these 3 pizzas, different sizes. These sizes are the diameters. Different people ate different number of slices. So we're working on Lacey. It's pi times the radius squared. So if the diameter is 12, do we realize the radius is 6 squared? So this represents the whole pizza, right? But Lacey didn't eat the whole pizza, so we're going to multiply by the part she ate. She ate 4 out of 8. Right? 4 out of 8. Alright, we're just going to leave that there for a minute.
Can we simplify it to 1/2?
You could simplify to 1/2, absolutely. Since we're going to put it in our calculator, it won't matter, but you could absolutely simplify it to 1/2. Alright, so let's look at what Melanie ate. Melanie would be pi times, alright, so Melanie's pizza is 16 inches in diameter. So what's the radius? 8 squared, pi r squared. But then we have to multiply by the fraction she ate. So it's part over total. She ate 3/8. 3 slices she ate, 8 slices total in the pizza. Right? Alright, we're going to leave that formula right there. Alright, now let's look at what Terry ate. Pi. Alright, so Terry's pizza was 20 inches in diameter. So the radius of that pizza would be 10. So this is the area of the whole pizza. And now we're going to multiply by the part that Terry ate. He ate 2 out of 8. Alright, so let's take a vote. Who do you think ate the most pizza? Type in the chat, who do you think ate more? It's just a prediction. Do you think Lacey, Melanie, or Terry? Alright, Christian thinks it's Terry, Melanie. We got a few votes for Melanie. Terry, Maddie's think maybe they all ate the same amount. Alright, so now get yourself a calculator. If you're in class, get a calculator. If you're at home and you have a calculator, get it. If not, open a calculator tab on your computer. And let's calculate each one. So here we're going to have pi times 6 squared times 4 divided by 8. Or as Maddie said, you could simplify that to 1/2. Alright, so we're going to round to the tenths, 56.5. And these are inches, right? So this would be 56.5 square inches of pizza for Lacey. Alright, let's do Melanie. Pi times 8 squared times 3 divided by 8. Oh, Melanie ate more than Lacey. 75.4 when I round. Alright. Now let's see Terry. He had the extra large pizza, but only 2 slices. So pi, which Terry tells me he would not only eat 2 slices, he would eat way more than that. 10 squared times 2 divided by 8. 78.5. So That's interesting. Terry ate the most, but not by much, right? He and Melanie were very, very close. And so this is something about in life when you say something like, you know, Lacey could say, oh man, I ate 4 slices of pizza. And somebody could be like, dang, Lacey, how did you eat that much? Because Terry's thinking about this pizza. So when you say how many slices of pizza you ate, that's not giving you all the information, right? Because the slices could be different sizes. And so it has to go in combination. The slices tells you this fraction, but then the diameter gives you this information. And so somebody who ate 2 slices of an extra large actually ate more pizza than these people who ate 3 slices and 4 slices of the large and the medium. Now, doing calculations like this can also tell you which pizza is the better buy, the better price for the area of the pizza, right? Because sometimes you don't know, should I get 2 small? Should I get a large? What's the better deal? If you want to know the best price of a pizza, you calculate the area of the pizza. That's how you know the best deal. Alright, well this was all just a little story to help us do some problem solving, to make it be real life, so that we could focus on the area of a sector, right? So let's do one that has the degree sign in it. So if I've got a circle, and if I want the area right here, and my problem might say find the area of this sector or find the area of the shaded region. So I'm going to go like this. Area equals pi times my radius. 7 is my radius. So 7 squared times a fraction that shows the part that's shaded, or the part of my sector. So, like up here in our pizzas, I put 3 out of 8, because that was part out of total. But when we're measuring in degrees, the total degrees in a circle is 360, so that goes on the denominator. And the degrees in our part is 135. Alright? Does everybody understand where those numbers came from? Does anybody have a question about where those numbers came from? So once you set it up and you've got it written down, and I strongly suggest that you do write this step out on paper, and then you pick up your calculator. I know some of you try and go straight to the calculator, and that's kind of when you can forget something. So I'm going to type pi times 7 squared times 135 divided by 360 and hit enter, and I'd get 57.7. And then my unit is meters, but my unit is squared. Alright, how we doing out there? Give me a thumbs up sign. Give me an okay. Type a word to say how you're doing. Good, good, good. Good. Alright. Let's be ready to try 2 problems on your own. Alright, problem 1. And problem 2. Alright, work those out. And we're going to check in with each other, and that should just take you about 2 or 3 minutes. Alright, how's everybody doing inside here? You got it real smart? Alright, you got this now? Alright, so let's check in. Did you write down area equals pi times 5 squared times, and our fraction would be 150 over 360. So first check. If you wrote that down, give yourself 1 check. That's the right formula. Now, let's see about evaluating that formula on the calculator. Pi times 5 squared times 150 divided by 360, and we would round to 32.7. And we'd have square inches. Alright, so then if you got the right answer, give yourself another check. Alright, so tell me how you did on number 1. Did you get 2 checks? Did you get it half right? Did you not know what you were doing? Alright, Terry got 2 checks. Melanie got it all right. Ashley got 2. Cindy got 2. Lacey got 2. Leah got 2. Maddie got 2. Maya got 2. Alright, good job, guys. Good job. Alright, let's check number 2. You should have written down area equals pi times 12 squared times 220 over 360. So check your work there. Did you put a 12 or did you make a mistake and put 24? Because that's a mistake that a lot of students made when I was teaching this last year. The diameter is 24. The formula says the radius. If you got the right formula, give yourself a check. Now let's see if you put it in the calculator right. Pi, nope, wrong button, Miss Claudia. Pi times 12 squared times 220 divided by 360. And then we round and we get 276.5. We're in meters, square meters. Alright, tell me how you did on problem 2. Did you get both parts right? 2 right, 2 right? Alright. Okay. So, you guys have this main idea about area down pretty well, it seems. But there's one more little thing that we need to look at. And that is when we talk about sectors in a circle, we've got to make sure we know which part we're talking about. Alright, so write this down with me. Alright, so when I'm talking about my circle, let's first talk about the outside of the circle, the circumference or the arc length. If I say arc AC, I write it like that. How do I know if I'm supposed to go this way from A to C? Or am I supposed to go around this way, A to C? Right? Like it's a circle. So how would we know which way is the way we mean? It could get confusing. So when you have a circle like this and you say A to C, that's called a minor arc, right? And you go around this way, right? So this is the A to C. But if you mean this part over here, if you wanted to talk about that part, then you'd say ABC, arc ABC. So basically, when you want the short way around, you put 2 letters. When you want to say that you're going all the way the longer side, you name it with 3 letters. So this is called a minor arc. This one's called a major arc. So if this one is 135, how do I figure out the green one? Okay, so the green here, right, is going to equal 360 minus 135. Why? Because a circle has 360 degrees. Make sense? So I do 360 minus 135. That would be 225. And so then when I do 135 added with, whoops, 225, that adds back up to 360. All the way around the circle is 360. Alright. So, if this is going back to what we learned back on Monday. If I wanted you to find this orange, that arc length. So remember, this is going back. So this is now, we're not talking about area anymore. We're talking about circumference. Okay? So I want you to find these two arcs. Find AC, the minor arc, and then find ABC, the major arc. But I have to tell you the radius, right? You can't do this work until I tell you the radius. The radius right here is 7 meters. Alright, so we're using 2 pi r. That's your circumference formula. Alright, so for our orange arc, AC, you would write down 2 times pi times 7 times 135 over 360. So you would type 2 pi times 7 times 135 divided by 360, and we get 16.5 meters. This is not square meters because this is just going around the outside. Alright, how'd you do on that one? Got it? If you got 16.5 for that arc, type yes I got it, or got it, or woohoo! Alright, Terry got it. Everybody else still out there? You awake? Cindy got it. Thank you. Leah got it. Melody's got some of it. Okay. Alright, so now if you needed to find this green arc length, alright, if you haven't worked on the green yet, work on it right now for a minute. How would you find this arc, ABC? Alright, we're going to start with our circumference, 2 pi r for radius, 7. And then we have to write a fraction for the green side. Alright? So it's always going to be over 360. That's the easy part. And then this green one was 225. And you remember how we got that 225? We did 360 minus 135. And so that's going to be a 225 right there. Everybody understand how to set that up? Now, type it in a calculator. Electronic calculator, handheld calculator. Because part of this is being able to get to the right answer, even if you have the right formula. Alright, so my calculator told me this, but what am I going to round to? It's going to be 27.4 or 27.5? It's going to be 27.5 because I look at the 8, 5 or more around the score. 27.5. Thank you, Amaya. And then we're in meters. Alright, we're going to do one more problem today and then we're going to be done. Let's go ahead and draw a circle here. Our words are going to say, find the area of the shaded sector. I should have used my yellow and then it would look like Pac-Man. Alright, and we're going to add one more thing here. This time we're going to round to the hundredths. So instead of the tenths place, we're going to go out to the hundredths. That's 2 places after the decimal. Alright. So my main idea here, right, is my sector, my area of my sector is going to be pi r squared times the part over 360, right? But do you agree that I'm not ready to plug any numbers in? So, this R is for radius. First thing I got to do is figure out what's my radius. You see this 15? It's going all the way across. So your 15 is the same as going across the middle of your circle right here. So this 15 is for a diameter. So if the diameter is 15, the first thing I need to do is figure out what is the radius. So that's step 1. Figure out the radius. When you know it, type it in the chat. What's the radius? Alright, very good job. The radius is 7.5. The radius is half of the diameter. 15 divided by 2. 15 divided by 2. Half. Cut it in half. 7.5. Alright, so I'm going to start my formula and I'm going to put pi times 7.5 squared times, now I need a part over 360. Okay, but look at where my shading is. My shading's over here. So do I want to put the number 92 in this spot? No. I need to know this angle. Yes. So I have to do a little more side work, right? I got to do 360 minus 92. So when you know this degrees, type it in the chat. Yes, indeed. You guys are following along just great. 268 degrees. So that's the number that I put here. All right. Has there been anything hard about this yet? No. But do you have to go step by step and be logical? You can't just take the numbers that are on the picture and try and just stick them in somewhere. You have to think about what you're doing. Here's the radius, which is half of the diameter. Here's the angle that we're talking about, because it's the shaded one, and so we had to subtract from 360 to get it. Now we're ready to type on our calculator. Alright, and now it said this time round to the hundredths. So the hundredths is 2 spots after the decimal. So I would write down 131.55 square feet. Alright, so no more math work, take a breath, but let's talk about the rest of this week. So tomorrow is Thursday, and Thursday is the English 2 star. So most people in this class are going to be taking their English 2 star, right? So we are not going to have a lesson tomorrow. No Zoom. If you're a junior and you're in my class, you're going to go to the cafeteria. Because I won't even be in this room. I have to be proctoring the star. Okay? Then on Friday, we're going to have a mini test. I'm telling you, I don't like to make you guys feel anxious, so I like to tell you what's coming up. It has 4 questions. It's on arc length and area of sectors. So it's just everything that we did today. 4 questions. That's going to be on Friday. Alright, now let me just show you on Canvas for the rest of your day tomorrow, especially if you're not taking a star. Well, I really can't show you because my SSO is not loading. So on your Canvas, I put a link to the schedule tomorrow. So for my juniors that are not taking the star, the times tomorrow are going to be like they're on the board. They're going to be like they were yesterday. Okay, so everything's just going to be a little bit off. All right. Last few announcements. If you are a sophomore and you are coming to campus to take your star, I'm going to put some of these green papers on the table down front. So if you remember while you're here, pick one of these up. You'll have it. It'll be good for you to have because next we're going to learn surface area and volume. Also, I know some of you had talked about could you stop by my room tomorrow because you're connected and we never see each other. And that's fine with me. I'm room 223, if you didn't know. But I won't be in my room 1st through 3rd. I'm going to be working with the STAR testers. But 4th period, I'll be back in my room again. Okay, so if you want to come by when your STAR test is over and say hi, that would be lovely. All right, anybody got any questions out there?
So,
Do you know what the buses are running?
All right, hold on, I got 2 questions at once. Maddie, what?
so I just like go and talk here and like just sit down.
Yes, there will be a sign-in sheet, and it's like a study hall. So bring your computer, work on stuff for another class, bring a book to read.
Okay.
All right, question here on Zoom. Who said what?
Do you know what the buses run tomorrow?
Yes, they are. I know if you need to know the particular schedule, I would say contact your AP, your assistant principal, and ask.
Okay.
But yes, the buses are running.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? All right, guys, have a great day.
Miss Carter, I think I'll come relieve you tomorrow for 2nd period, right?
That's right, yeah, because I have pre-cal.
Yeah, so you'll be back.
So I will be here, but
Okay.
yeah,
What room are we in?
I don't even know, Coach. Every day I wake up, where am I going today?
Yeah, I have no idea. And I think the email, it must be back like last week.
I always just type Weatherly's name and then
That'd be smart. Yeah.
pull it up. That is, our school's mostly doing the paper copies, but I can't imagine what a crazy mess statewide.
Y'all need, what do they say on the commercial for kids? High balance breakfast or something like that.
Yeah, look at your little bag and tell me how much protein is in your little hot chips. That's You gotta be having some protein, some vitamins.
Yep. Gotta be a breakfast.
What's your favorite chip?
Usually Cool Ranch Doritos.
Oh, those are good. What about you? I don't like Doritos.
Sour cream.
No?
Ugh.
Why do you say that?
My favorite chips are the salt and vinegar.
Oh, I love
Ugh.
that.
Those snacks.
Those are good.
Which one? The sea salt and vinegar? Oh, those are good.
They make
Oh, like the
breakfast.
lime.
But if I'm eating a chili cheese dog, then I want to have Fritos with it. Fritos, there's something about Fritos with chili, they just go together.
What's yours about? My grandma used to do Cheetos.
Top fries.
Did y'all ever put chips on a sandwich?
Yeah. I don't eat sandwiches.
What?
That's like the, well, okay, sometimes I will.
Well, like, what do you
Like,
mean?
usually like Jimmy John's or something, I don't eat it. But like, I don't eat just like straight up sandwiches all the time. That's usually what us people do. We don't really have that kind of thing in my house, so I never really had the chance to make a sandwich.
I ate sandwiches almost every day in college. I didn't have enough to go eat. I made sandwiches.
I mean, I'm sure if I was, you know, like,
Even-
now.
So even my first year being a teacher, me and my college roommate lived together still, and we were teachers. And we on Sunday night, we'd make 6 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. She and I would sit there. I'd do the peanut butter, pass it to her. She'd do the jelly.
Okay, I have to say, I do like peanut butter and jelly.
We put those in the fridge. That was our lunch for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then on Wednesday night, we'd make 4 more and put them in the fridge for Thursday and Friday. We don't want to make all 5 at once because then they get a little
What
stale.
kind of jelly or jam did you use?
Usually grape jelly.
I like mine with strawberry.
Strawberry is good too. I do
Alright, that
strawberry
was
sometimes. All right.
See you tomorrow.
All right. See you. Good luck on that vaccine, Maddie. I'm sure it's going to be great.